Pan-Africanism, peace in Pan-Africanism. Excuse me, guys. I by mistake pressed the record button as I was still setting up. Am I audible, guys? Can you guys hear me? What's that now? Oh. Am I audible, guys? Oza King, we're waiting. Asebenzeni. Let us work. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I visible? You know how these live streams like to act all funny on me. No, please. Am I audible? Am I visible? Esther says yes. Mom Esther Uti, yes, I'm audible and I'm visible. Yabonga my mother. Bongani Kanyile. Bongani Kanyile Uti, no. We have audible, we are visible. So I can take this off. I can take this off so we can prepare to work. Just had a little break. And I decided, no man, let me come to the studio. Let me come talk to you guys about this issue of the ANC actually working with the DA, because guys, it looks like they're going to do it. It looks like they are going to do it. My king. I hope so. I hope so. You must remember the MK, first of all, let me do some greetings. Thank you so much, my African brothers and sisters from all around the world, for tuning back in on King Said So. It's a live broadcast where we are discussing the possibility of this government of national unity. Actually, that's not what we even care about. We do want a government of national unity, but it must be amongst black parties. So if it's not amongst black parties, and indeed, hello King, really love you too, Nyabonga, Tsakani, Kenzongofu. If the ANC works with the DA, what must be our reaction? Any coalition, I don't care if it's other 5 black parties plus the DA. The DA is there. What must we do? Because remember, with the DA and the ANC being at 40% and the DA being at 21%, they don't need any other partner actually. So I want to hear your reactions before I give you my reaction. Let's just pretend that today they just announced it and they said, listen, we're going to work with the IFP, Arise Mzansi, BOSA, and the Democratic Democratic Alliance. Democratic Alliance. What are you going to do? How are you going to feel in 30 years? Because people think 30 years is old, especially South Africans. They think 30 years is a long time. We are one of the youngest democratic countries in Africa. People got independence way before us. Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, all of them were independent before us. Well, not independent, but you guys know what I'm saying. What are we talking about today? Salute King. Uzama, thank you so much, Zama. Hi King. Like your content, listening from London. Thank you so much, London. I wonder what time is it in London right now. As we are still waiting for the other members to come, let me just read. King, let's admit the settlers have outsmarted the natives. Man, we have to admit that, man. Bayete King. Bayete. We must, I'll come back to that settlers comment. Yeah, I'm a comment getting too fast. We must feel the streets, my brother. Hey, I, when you feel the streets, is it democracy? You know how the police are going to react. They're gonna bring the army, and they're gonna smile in your face and shoot bullets in your chest. Not a chance. Not again. They had their chance. Um, King, my Pan-African, do you remember 12/04/2024? No, remind me. Remind me. This should not happen, King. It's 2132. 2130. What are you guys talking about? It's cut. It's cut. Oh, you mean in London? Okay. So you guys are not far from us. We are like an hour ahead of you. Yeah, I've got 2 people in London. Well, not in the UK right now. Let me bring this phone closer so I can, even with these fat glasses of mine, I can't see properly. Kabasifuni King, Malawi, greetings. Thank you so much, my Malawian brother. Isa, always here. Malawi, always in the chat. So, yes, now we are coming to a place and time where, guys, I don't think we realize just how big this announcement of Cyril Ramaphosa is. Your network is playing up, King. No, I think it's on your side. Anyone else having network problems? It's clear on my side. I'm even tuned in with my other phone. It's very clear on my side. Refresh, go out and come back for those who are having network problems. We need to stop playing identity politics. We want safe streets, jobs, and to live in a constitution republic in Mzansi. This is the type of people that I have a problem with. Anything he named, clean streets, jobs, and everything. Nothing about the land. He wants a constitution republic, white constitution. They don't care. These type of black people are the ones that are taking us back. They just want a job. They don't want the minerals. Just give this black monkey a good job. Give them a BMW, give them a 4-bedroom house, give them a 2-bathroom house and a double garage. They are okay. They don't want anything else. Don't do identity politics. Don't identify with blacks. Do not try to separate black from white. These are the type of people that completely send us back. That type of ideology, that type of thinking. Fine on my side. Thank you, Esther. It's clean. Thank you so much, King. The government of national unity with the DA not supporting. Yeah, nobody supporting that. They are short-sighted. Yes. Good evening, family. Evening, hot topics always here. You are right, King says so. So we have black people in our midst. We're trying to fight. I always tell you guys about the system. When you fight someone, you must remember what is the system I'm fighting against. In boxing, when we fight, we analyze usually a gym has got an identity, a signature. They have the signature because of the coach. The coach that is teaching these small boys boxing, he teaches them to attack or defend in a certain way. So when we are fighting a boy from that particular gym, we know his coach is good, maybe with a right hand, an uppercut, a left hook, or defense, whatever it is. Then we work with another system that is going to break that system. So when it comes to us as black people, we are fighting the system which is, they have colonized our brains, and we need to decolonize it. But now those who are colonized think that their ideas are coming from them. You understand? So they say, listen, we just want a good job, clean streets, and a safe neighborhood. That's all. As black people, let's stop this thing of saying black and white. We just want a job. And many middle class to upper, there's no poor person that says that, I promise you. There's no poor person that says that. A poor person ufuna umhlaba, a poor person wants a part of the cake. You understand what I'm saying? My king, my views are, let's ANC, EFF, and MK compromise some of their differences and come to their cardinal pillars, those whose purpose is to liberate the Africa. The ANC is not going to do that. They have told you. The ANC is not going to work with the MK, ladies and gentlemen. Takane says, King, why always when something's good is about to happen to black, they tell us about market investors? Because they are trying to remind you, Takane, that you are not in control of your country. How can someone predict that tomorrow, if the EFF gains power, the rand will follow? How is it possible that you are predicting these things? Who presses this button? Who determines the rand value? First of all, nothing happened to those banks that that manipulated our currency. Nothing. Tsakani, nothing. So these people, the reason they're doing that, they did it to Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, Sudan, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, South Africa. They're doing it to every country that's trying to raise up. Why are they doing that? They're trying to do it so that you can say, it was better when the ANC was leading us. This thing of EFF and MK is killing us. Look, bread is 40 rand a loaf. They want the citizens to panic. Why? Because the citizens are not politically educated. We no longer have political educated citizens. That's why you see with our older generation, they say, no, we'll vote ANC. Because their political education taught them to be loyal to their liberating party. But today's citizens are loyal to their stomach politics. You understand what I'm saying? Victoria says, hi, King. Jobs news, job is the new slavery. And guys, I work nice. I work for the Department of Agriculture. I work with farmers. I'm not office bound. I'm always out of the office. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But I still understand this job nonsense is slavery. It's to capture us. In fact, YouTube has liberated my mind in terms of this is where I come to be myself. That 9 to 5 nonsense, 7 to 4 o'clock, the whole day, working for peanuts, just for social security, just so that I can pay the car installment, just so that I can pay the bond, just so that I can have food, and my salary does not even last a week. A week. Whose salary lasts a week here? We live in paycheck to paycheck. Some black people think that life is all about food and material stuff. That's all they want. Just give me some nice clothes, give me a car, and give me a nice house. That's all. Whoever owns the minerals, I don't care. Whoever produces food, I don't care. Whoever is manufacturing goods, I don't care. Whoever is in the agricultural, I don't care. As long as, then when the pandemic hits, then you realize, oh my goodness, there are some things that are called essential jobs. You are not in the financial sector, you are not in the health sector, you are not in the agricultural sector, you are not in the logistics sector. Your job, there's nothing essential about the rubbish that you are doing Monday to Friday. Some of you Monday to Sunday. Motsoko Peko said, why is the DA comfortable with the ANC? The DA is the ANC. Why would they not be comfortable? And remember, the DA has opened a case against Cyril Ramaphosa for Palapala. They've opened a case against Paul Mashatile. AfriForum has opened a case against Fikile Mbalula. The DA opens cases against these people. Because white people cannot pretend that you guys must rule over them. Not for long. Not for long. Remove Ramaphosa and everything is sorted. No, there's nothing that is sorted. There's always another puppet that can replace Ramaphosa. Remove the system, then everything is sorted. Removing Ramaphosa is not going to solve everything. I get you, King. There is a quote that says, if fighting for black people, the toughest opponent is black people. Oh my God, that's a bar. That's deep. That's very deep. I found that hard the hard way. Like, I'm trying to unite black people, but it's black people that's fighting me. But some of us, we woke up from, immediately when I look at you, I see a system. When you talk, I hear systems, educational system, spiritual system, religious system, streetwise system. I hear systems. When people talk, I'm like, which system is this person in front of me plugged in? And that's why it helps to read, study, like educate yourself, continuously be in a place where you are learning something new. Yesterday I was googling Igbo, the Nigerian language. I'm like, we need to learn how to at least greet in Nigerian language, the most spoken language in Nigeria. Excuse me, my king. Can you please tell what is Pan-Africanism? What is African about the ANC? The people. What is African about the ANC? The people. If the ANC did not have the people, the ANC will not rule. So only the people, only the cover. I mean, Busio Mkhobane told us that 1 billion rand bought the seat of presidency for Cyril Ramaphosa. And he won just by one province, the Mpumalanga, sold KwaZulu-Natal out. Because Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma was going to be the president, the first female president of South Africa, but Mpumalanga sold them out. Evening King, I am disappointed by the speech of the Colin Malachi. Yeah, of course, Colin Malachi. What has he done? What has Colin Malachi done? The Fees Must Fall movement was started, free education was started by both Julius Malema and both Floyd Shivambu and Ndlozi when they were in the youth league. They were making a noise. In fact, Jacob Zuma was never at one point comfortable with the youth league of Julius Malema. He was never comfortable. That is how the youth must be. It must make old people uncomfortable because the youth must want things now and the youth must not give into external powers because the youth does not know. No, we are paid for this. We are paid to say this. The youth, they don't know. Like me, I don't know. If someone comes and gives us 10 million and says, stop talking this nonsense, now you are conscious with, oh, I shouldn't say it like this. I should say it like this. That's why I said I was not happy with the EFF's response to the elections and everything else. But I was not happy with how Malema was choosing his words. Floyd Shivambu came and spoke. All of us understood where the EFF is standing. There was no question. But people who are loyal to the brand of EFF were protecting Malema. King, you don't understand what Malema is saying. King, you are misinterpreting. Why must there be an interpretation when my words are clear? Why must there be an interpretation? Malema was never clear after the elections. Everybody who voted the EFF, including myself, was like, what is going on here? What's going on with this EFF? Where is our EFF that we know? You know what I'm saying? Until yesterday when the deputy president spoke. Deputy president spoke once everybody knew and understood the standing of the EFF. Remember, the day before, Julius Malema had a press conference and it was not clear where the EFF stands the day before. But yesterday, I mean, the deputy president came, spoke, we all understood. Said it again, stomach is killing. Stomach is killing us. Stomach politics is killing. It's true. We as the youth are not politically affiliated. The youth of today is almost useless, man. I'm sorry to say that. The youth of today don't want to build any schools, don't want to build any clinics, don't want to build any farms, don't want to participate in the, what do they call it, the fifth industry, technological, whatever nonsense they call it. What is the youth of today of South Africa doing? What is our political agenda for our generation? I always ask that question. What is our mission? What is our mission as the youth? And for those who are older, what is your last chapter mission? Those who are in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, what is it that you're going to do in the last kick of your life to contribute for the future of the country and of your people? What is the seed that you're going to plant? We want a coalition of parties with agenda of supporting black people. We're never going to get it with the ANC. My brother, we are never going to get that over the ANC. Tsakana says, King, what do you think about the Zizi Kotwa, about the interview that he did with Trending? Because it's all about Ramaphosa. Do you think that can destroy the ANC of Ramaphosa? I did not see the interview, my queen. I must check it out. But they are not going to say anything about Ramaphosa that is negative. He's paying them. He's paying them a lot of money. Ramaphosa must go. You can't say Ramaphosa must go and you are in the ANC. Look at what Colin Malaji is saying. Look at what Fikile Mbalula is saying. Even though, remember, guys, remember this. The numbers came out the day before yesterday to say this is how much politicians earn in parliament: 1.3 million, 1.5 million. I'm poor. Well, not really poor. I'm okay, but that money, because we must be careful what we say. You know the power of words. Once you start saying you are poor, then this stupid demon of poverty follows you around. So I don't want to. I'm okay. I don't bring home 25,000. It's less than that. Don't want to give you my numbers, but I don't bring home 25,000. But 1.5 million is not a lot of money for me, because I understand the level of influence these people have. These people are not working for parliament money. Remember, the ANC takes about, is it 10% of their MPs' money as contribution to their party. I think the EFF is something at 15 to 20%. Each month, the MPs contribute to their party because the MPs are appointed by the party. That 1 million, these people get it with bribery of tenders, cash. They get a cash bribery of 300,000. It's nothing. So how are you going to speak bad about Cyril Ramaphosa when you are in the ANC and you know this guy can bring you a bag full of money? This man has got so much money, it lies underneath the sofas. You understand what I'm saying? These guys, they find themselves in a hard place. You know, like 1.4 million, and depending on which committee they're going to sit, it might reach 1.8 million. The speaker gets paid through 3.2 million or something like that. It's nothing, guys. It's not. It's a lot of money for us who don't have. But I'm telling you, for those people, it's not a lot of money. Look at the cars they were campaigning in. Look at the houses of these people. Look at where their children are going to school. A primary school of 200,000 rand a year. Just Google, guys. Let's Google these people. King Zuma has now seen that the EFF stood there is right and indeed revolutionary, and now he is also a pillar and only talks about them now. He has lost. He also misled the ANC. I hate Colin and the DA. Listen, one of the things that Jacob Zuma, Another person was debating with me on the comment section, says, King, the EFF has always said change the constitution. I said, where? The EFF, as far as I know, and you guys, you know, I'm an EFF follower. They talk about the amendment of the Section 25 for land. I've never heard the EFF with what do they call it? Saying without any shade of doubt that this whole constitution is not African, it must be changed. You can point me to videos where they say that. Will one day our people become very wise to see the direction where our country is going under the ANC? Which system have you replaced the ANC system, the apartheid system with for your people to wake up? You have not replaced the educational system. You have not replaced the work system. You have not replaced the financial, there's no system. Me and you are lucky we are applying our mind. But even with us, the system still works within us. Because that's why I'm saying if the ANC and the DA collide, or whatever they call it, what are you going to do? What can we do? That's what we are chatting about today. The youth the youth is just here for Mjolo, drinking, partying, all of those things. That's what the youth is here for. That's why I opened a channel called African Mjolo with your boy King. Go and subscribe to that channel, African Mjolo with your boy King, because it is also in that field where I need to educate some young people to say, this is how you deal with marriage, relationship situation in an African way. I'm still a small boy, but I'm married 10 years. I'm married 10 years. So I do have some opinion that I can give that can help somebody. The EFF is in the right position. Now we need to sign. We need to sing Pala Pala Must Fall. The time is coming. The time is coming. King, you are self-centered. Who should invite other people, especially guests who have opposite before sounding like a racist? Yes. I'm very self-centered. I love my black people, and I don't play around with Pan-Africanism. I don't care about other people's opinion. I don't care about anything that has to do with further colonizing the minds of black people. If that's how you feel, then it's okay. And you are 100%, by the way. You are 100%, by the way. I am pro-African. I don't care about multiracial nonsense. I don't care about any of those things. If those are the things that you care about, you can go. It's fine. I'm here to rebuild my people. I'm here to fight for my people, and I'm here to stand for my people and try to decolonize their minds. Click the 3 buttons here and like the button, guys. There's 200 people on the chat with only 7 likes. Ask Zimbabwe who just jumped borders. What must we ask them? Our African brothers, will ask them, are they hungry so we can feed them? Do you remember when the DA joined forces against the men of principle, and the painful EFF joined forces with the DA? Yes, the EFF did explain their stance, why they took power away from the ANC on local government and gave it to the to the DA. I was one of those people who did not agree with it. But looking back, that was the best decision that the EFF did. One of the best decisions they did. Because the arrogance of the ANC was going to persist, and they were never going to know that they will lose the metros. So even though I was not happy with them working with those people, but I understand the political strategy that Malema and his party deployed at that time. Why the president of the ANC is waiting to go? Has not he had enough? Yeah, I don't know. And by looking at his body language and everything, it looks like the man wants to stay. It looks like he wants to stay. I'm so disappointed in Cyril Ramaphosa. It looks like he wants to stay. Thank you so much for clicking the like button. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Continue clicking the like button for those. I don't know. It looks like they still want him there. The international and investors, they still want Cyril there. Because I'm telling you, there's other debt besides Pala Pala that needs to come out. In fact, someone sent me a voice note of something very scary of the president. And I was like, oh my God, if this comes out, it's over. So I don't know. Malema is a bigger politician. You will understand later. Politics have a tactical navigation and technonics. Youth don't even know why they voted Zuma more than Juju. They know Zuma was speaking to their heart. Politicians must speak to people's heart. Ramaphosa is sacrificing his own people to avoid being arrested. Let me add to that, blessed African. He's sacrificing himself. These people must be sleeping with what you call sleeping pills. 4 of them. How have you sold out the black people from your father during apartheid days to you during your presidency? How do you sleep? How do you sleep knowing, I knocked them 1 billion today? How do you sleep? Unyambeza uphelile completely. I know. I don't know how these people know he's sacrificed the country. Question is, who can fix the economy? Black people can fix the economy. Let me answer that one for you, Ricky. Black people can fix the economy, but the economy must break down first before it must be fixed. By the people, for the people. It must be fixed by the people. If our economy always gets assistance, what we call aid, international aid from Russia, from China, from India, we as black people will never know our full potential. Once we close our African borders and say, Africa, solve your problems. Don't ask anyone for a bullet, an AK-47, a gun, nuclear power, nothing. Don't ask anyone for anything. Solve your problems. That's the day when Africa will realize just how great they are. We have the brains. We have the brains. We have the history. We've got everything. Africa is great. But Africa does not want to realize its potential because Africa is always looking, oh, China, can you please build us a robot? Can you come build us a port? Like, stop everything. Start an African currency. Determine the African currency according to the African minerals and tell the Chinese, tell the Russians, tell the UK people and tell the Americans, this is how much our African currency is worth. Nobody buys here without trading without exchanging according to our currency value. We are telling you, we are not asking you. That's the only time, my African people, Africa will solve its economical problems. King, you still believe in the EFF capable? There is a potential to lead the country. Yes, I still believe in the EFF. What do you want me to believe in? I love Jacob Zuma's stance. I won't say everything about Jacob Zuma, but I believe Jacob Zuma was the best president that black people had. And I believe in what he's saying. The changing of the constitution, building of the factories closer to where people stay, people not traveling long distances to go to work, bringing the kingdoms of our traditional leaders to come and have a little bit more of authority and all of that. I believe in those things. It's just when I look back, I see his daughter, I see Ntlamulo Ndlela, and who else can we talk about in the Mkhonto? You see, now I'm stacking. That's my issue. I'm like, okay, who's going to build this thing that Jacob Zuma is talking about? He's not going to be here for much longer. He's not going to be here for much longer. God is probably going to give that man 10 to 15 more years. And after that, the body will shut down. The body will shut down if the mind doesn't shut down alone. So with the EFF, I've continuously repeated that even if Julius Malema leaves, I'm still happy with the EFF, the characters in the EFF. So I still believe in the EFF. King says so. Please tell us, does the ANC have a choice because they got less than 50%? Yes, the choice that they have is to work with their friends, the DA, and spit in the face of black people. And I'm telling you, I'm 60% now. I believe that the ANC is going to do that because Mkhonto Wesizwe does not want to work with them. Action SA does not want to work with them. The EFF does not want to work with them. It's forcing their hand. And remember, Mkhonto and the EFF come from the belly of the ANC. So they feel like it's a betrayal for people to get out of the ANC. Then the ANC works with them again. So they are not very keen in working with those parties. King, I want to be on record that I have a vision seeing Ramaphosa resigning as ANC and South African president. Mark my words. Who's this? Maredi. Mulamu Maredi has given us his prophecy, his vision. He sees Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa resigning. I see that. I also see that because I'm telling you, it's not easy for these people to sleep at night. The current ANC is captured. Time has arrived for putting our trust in another party. Definitely. King. King Ngundi Yam Tonga, African written said, a revolution is not observed. Oh, yes, that's deep. It's participated in. King Zizi Kotwa exposed Ramaphosa's corruption and I didn't see this Takane. MC Manga interview. I'll check it out. I promise you I'll check it out after this interview. I'll definitely check it out. Maluma, I hope your vision comes through. We all hoping that vision will come through. King, you are right about the ANC youth leader. The man is lost. Remember, Colin Malachi got into parliament as a young man. I believe he was 26 or 20-something years old when he was in parliament. Just imagine a 26-year-old earning 1-point-something million out of politics. Not married, not anything, just out of power of association, approximately to power. He was earning that money. Once you taste that good life, you remember what happened with the previous youth league president, the one who was an interim, the one who was fed. They called him Oros. Once he got that taste of the Gupta's money and everyone's money getting paid serious money, his life changed. Is it illegal to find 3 million in my house? It gets stolen and I don't report it. Is it illegal? If you're talking about 3 million rands, remember, first of all, you can't withdraw that amount of money from a bank. There's no bank that is going to give you more than 250,000. The last time I checked, you have to order that money. Even 250,000, you have some few weeks to wait. 1 million, you've got a month plus to wait. 2 million, they never going to print that amount of money for you. You have to go get it at the Reserve Bank. You're not gonna get that amount of money. So yes, if you report that 3 million was stolen from your house, you'll have to prove that that 3 million was earned legally. And then, of course, man, why would you even? Why? That's why Cyril Ramaphosa never reported it in the first place. Because how can you report? How can you report something that is illegal? And with him, it was worse. It was dollars. So you can't have that amount of dollars. Do you consider yourself wise, bro? No, 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 not by any measure. We. I consider myself a knowledgeable person. Wisdom is something different. I've met a lot of um, wise people that made me feel like I don't know anything. I think I've got 4 friends. When I'm with them, I literally I keep quiet and listen to the nonsense that flies out of their mouth because I learn so much. So wisdom is something different. I think it's accumulated with age. Knowledge, on another hand, is also something different, of which I think I have. I'm knowledgeable with things because I do a lot of research, not wise. Wise. If there is stages of wise, I'm probably at stage 1. I've got a lot to learn in terms of that. If the ANC and the DA goes in a coalition, I think we should fight until the victory. Yeah, but the question is, when you say we should fight, who are you talking about? Are you saying the MK people must take to the streets? The EFF looks like they're not going to fight. It looks like the EFF will not send people to the streets. Probably the MK might, but the EFF won't. By the sound of things with the EFF, they are saying, listen, if you want to govern with white people, govern, we don't care. The EFF is standing in that position. The MK is saying, no, we need to challenge this in court. We need to challenge the results. The MK is the fighting party. Now, when you say we need to fight, are you saying legally or physically? That's the question. That's the question. I saw the whites getting scared. Scared of what, my brother? We love you. We love you too, King. Enough is enough. We have been divided. I'm sick and tired of this division of us Africans. My King, you are always spot on. Thank you so much. And ruled for a long time. King, they will never change. Same in the West, very evil ways. I don't know why you people think that white people will change. White people have raped, killed, and dislanded you, disowned you, religious, taken your religion, taken everything from. Have you ever heard them say sorry? If I meet someone who says my father or my grandfather stole their land, killed their father, and raped their mother, I will be ashamed to even look at that person in the eyes, even though it's not me who have committed a crime. That's Ubuntu. If I meet someone that says your grandfather was so evil, he killed, and there's evidence, he killed my father, he raped my mother, he changed our family surname, he took our land, he took our cattle, and that's why we are poor today, and that's why you are rich. I won't be able to look at someone in their face. I'll be embarrassed to look at them in their face. Now, white people look at you straight in your face. They say, so what? It's not me. Absolutely no heart in them. No heart. No shame, nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So South Africa should take a new oil wealth and pay it into the fund for the future of every new child born in South Africa. The new oil, oil that was discovered where in Eastern Cape. I'm hearing people saying there's oil discovered in Eastern Cape. If it's not government owned, it's not your oil. If it's not government owned, if it's not government protected and everything, it's not your oil. It's a white person's oil who has discovered that. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, Nigeria has got oil, but Nigeria does not refine their oil. The oil goes overseas, and when it comes back, it comes refoiled, cleaned and everything, and sold back to the Nigerian market. A high level of stupidity. High level. Only Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso is changing these things. Burkina Faso produces tomatoes this size, but they don't have a tomato paste company, tomato sauce company. So Ibrahim said, no, 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 no. The government will own a tomato refinery company, and it will be a state-owned company, and they will have their own tomato sauce in Burkina Faso. Thinking like that. Stop exporting all of these tomatoes. Yes, King, Black Power, Black. Um, you have a place to go, the Netherlands. There, that's where you Boers belong. Okay, is there a white person in the comment section? I think I did write African in brackets, Africans only in brackets. Because when there is at home affairs, in a feeling form, in whatever, when they tick, there's African, white, Indian, Chinese, colored. All of those other people don't tick African because they don't see themselves as African. They tick white, they tick Indian, they tick colored. That discrimination on that categorizing of nationality. Anyway, Cyril is captured king for sure. Gauteng is in the house. Cyril and Oppenheimer project, who has been coming for a long time, very long time, very, very long time. Very, very long time. And we are in a situation where that project is almost about to end. Remember, that project for them is the white people saw we cannot beat these black people with one person, one vote. So what we need to do is to separate their votes in such a manner where no party has got a majority. They've reached that part now, because you remember in the past they never foreseen that the MK would come to pass. So the MK has disturbed that. So in the next elections, expect other small new parties to emerge again, and they will be white founded, and they will do good. They will have 1 seat, 2 seats, those small parties. And even this Rise Mzansi, Bosa, Action SA, all of these white funded parties will also do good in the next elections, where their voter base will grow, and that will further divide the black vote. So they are winning according to that, because you black people don't want to vote MK. You black people don't want to vote EFF. You don't want to vote one party. You don't want to vote one party. So what are we gonna do? Because every person in the black people said, King, why don't you start a party? What type of stupidity is that? There is enough political parties. Why should we start another one? Why can't I submit under a certain leader? Why should I be the leader of the party? Why can't the party have great, brilliant minds in it, like the EFF? Imagine if Mbuyisani Ndlozi starts their own party. He will probably get into parliament. If Floyd Shivambu starts his own party, he will probably get into parliament. But why should we divide the black vote? Continue to click the 3 buttons here and click the like button to show that you are not a sellout. You are here for Pan-Africanism. You guys, it's about parties not working together. Yes, that's what I just said now. That's what I just said now. Rama will not consider resignation because he has immunity from being investigated for corruption. He is scared that he will get arrested for Marikana corruption and Palapala. Yes, you remember the power that he had. They sealed the documents of the CR7 campaign. They sealed them. Why do we have a law that allows people to seal documents so that they cannot be made public? Why? Why do we have such a law? That says, no, seal that document, seal it, seal it. Nobody's allowed to open that document, seal it. Nobody must know how much money and who funded the CR7 campaign. And remember, Cyril Ramaphosa, in his heart, he knows. And Busisio Mkhobane, he knows. I'm sure she knows. I'm sure she has told the other EFF leaders. And Cyril Ramaphosa's supporters, they know. Bo Gwede, all of these people, they know who actually funded Cyril Ramaphosa. They know. Actually, they're going to sing some years later. Some years later, when Cyril is no longer there, Abu Fikile Mbalula, you can't trust Fikile Mbalula. He'll be singing like a crazy cow. Julius Malema is a good politician of our time. When Julius Malema speaks, do you not judge him in that moment, but later? I don't work like that. I judge you at that moment. Whatever you say, if you say left, I judge you for saying left. If you say right, I am not judged, but I take it as left. When you say left, I don't say maybe he means right. No. When you say left, I say he said left. You know what I'm saying? That's why you find many channels that will take Julius Malema's videos of old and compare them to what he's saying now, and you hear a contradiction between the two, like reading the Bible in different translations. Then you find a contradiction in, like, but why did you say that? But today you are saying, I don't like that nonsense. Whenever you say left, for me it means left. I will never in my own heart say he means right. I'm not crazy. Africa can solve their own problems. Thank you so much. Hot Topic is here from Enadel. Thank you so much. And we knew, and we need an Africa military with African weapons. African military with African drones, African shooting robots, African planes, Africans, everything manufactured here. We've got the minerals to manufacture things. Those people manufacture their planes, their weapons, their bullets with minerals from Africa. So we need to manufacture those things from here. Yeah, we should stop tippy-toeing around Western countries. We need to make an African economy. Hence, nobody knows our struggle like we do. Do you know what all expect Khoisan? We came from the West and Center Africa. Please know your origin, and you will stop talking nonsense. Proudly Black South African. What nonsense is this one saying? Utinlo. I've taught you guys so many times. Once you hear a person saying Khoisan, just know that person does not know the history of the Khoi and the San people. It's two different people. It's like Xhosa and Zulu. It's two different people. They are not the same. Even the clicks in their tongue is not the same. Even their language is not the same. The Xhosa, the San, the Khoi, and the Nama people they come from almost the same type of tribe, but they develop, because of distance and migration and everything, develop different speeches in their talk. So when you hear someone says the Khoisan are the people who own South Africa, just leave that person alone. They know nothing about history. Hey, bruh, I am white. I have no land. I got what? I got increased 5. You've got what? Increase, decrease, or I don't know. 5 years ago, my boss don't care. Where must I go? You must go back to Europe. Must go back to Europe. That's where you must go back to. What do you want me to do? What do you want us to do? Don't you think I know a lot of black people who have lost their jobs and their bosses don't care? And their skin color cannot save them? What must we do? What must we do? We in this channel will never make that mistake of helping another race before helping our own. will never make that. So that line is very long, very long. That queue that you are talking about of not having land, not having a job, that queue is very long, very long, very long. So get in the queue. In fact, don't get in the black queue because that one is quite long. Jump into the white one, and I'm 100% sure there's some type of a white person that is going to assist you. Because for black people, it's even hard to get help from black people. You understand what I'm saying? So thank you so much for telling us your situation. But yeah, that's not new for black people. For you, it might be a crisis, but for us as black people, we lose our jobs and our land. It's a normal thing for us. So yes, white person, and thank you for telling us that you are white. Delete one country, one military, one government, the way all minerals wealth will go consolidated and everything. Yes, we agree with that. Exactly my point. Africa, we need Africa. Yeah, I've answered UDG, whatever his name is. I've answered him, my people. Don't worry. I've answered him. And that is how we must answer anyone outside of our race. Like I said, it's only black people with their stupid Ubuntu where when they get a small plate, they want to call everyone else. Can we be multiracial? Can we all eat in peace? Can we all eat together? Can we have oneness? Only black people do that. Only that is the weakness that you have. You ask yourself, how did these people colonize us? They colonize us because we welcome them into our land. It's a sickness of black people. It's a sickness of black people. Go now, you as a black person, to Clenfontaine, Fatherland in Limpopo, or Orania, and look at the reception that you're going to get. You can't even sleep there. Can't even sleep there. They don't want you there unless if you are invited and you are there to promote their agenda. The funny thing is that there are some people that still see Zuma as a villain and Ramaphosa as a leader of integrity. Yes, because the system has worked. You remember that campaign of Zuma must fall? That was a big campaign that even divulged the EFF. That was a big campaign. The media was working because everyone was rolling. You didn't even understand what is it that Zuma did, even though he paid that 4 million back of the fire pool. People did not know what Zuma did. He was just corrupt. He was just corrupt. Petrol was 15 rand and everything, but he's just corrupt. Eskom was working, SAA was working, but Zuma is corrupt. Today, they have taken over. They don't know who to blame anymore. They don't know who to blame. The youth leader is clueless. Yes, the fact that the ANC won majority votes for 5 countries tells you that the people still are confident of the leadership. Did they really win them? That's the question. Bless up, King. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a question. Did ANC really win 5 provinces? By 5, you must minus Northern Cape, because Northern Cape got 49%. Did they really win? People still love Ramaphosa and do not get lost in the idea that he is hated by everyone. That 40% says a lot. Okay, I guess we have a pro ANC person here. I hope you are black, because if you are not black, say something in our language so that so you can stay here. King, I think Floyd Shivambu and Mbuyisane Ndlozi are the engine of the EFF, because those guys are brilliant. When Floyd speaks, it's clear. When Mbuyisane Ndlozi speaks, it's clear. Clear. I don't have any questions after Mbuyisane Ndlozi and Floyd speaks. We are in a globalized, intercontinental world. If you think South Africa, okay, let me just block this one quickly. I don't know why. Okay, hello, white people. Thank you for tuning in. This chat is not for you. We are speaking to our own people. There's over 100 of you guys here. You are not clicking the like button because you are just here to spy on me. And those who are working at the Department of Agriculture, hello, I know you guys are also spying so that you can go and report on me. It's okay, go and do that. Um, this is a black chat room where black people are talking about black things. You will not understand. You are not welcome here. You can go home and go to Yaku's, I don't know, whatever, there where you guys can speak your matters and you will not see us there bothering you. You understand? I know. That's why you're not clicking the like button. I'm with the EFF. KG says, are they um, are they afraid to repeat history or they are just not ready? Maybe they don't want to. We try. I don't understand what you're saying, KG. Uh, and you know my reading is also bad. King Mina, at the point, I don't trust the EFF, and why is it sponsored by Motsepe? That's a good question. That's a good question because we don't trust Motsepe. That's what do you call a legitimate question to ask about, because I think Patrick Motsepe is their biggest sponsor. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. You see, when you are like me and you are not an EFF member, a card holding member, you can ask that question to the EFF. Why are you sponsored by this man? You understand? But when you are an EFF person, because of wearing the red beret, you are afraid to ask that question. That's why I don't affiliate to any political party. I just stick with my Pan-Africanism and I'm safe there. You understand? Um, my king, in the EFF, we can see how important the education. Just imagine the EFF is the only party to remind us how the government of 1994 was. I think the the availability of the EFF. Very grateful of the EFF. No, King, you just missed my point. EFF gang up against Zuma with the DA. Oh, okay. Ngiyakuzwa chosen one thing. Sorry for missing your point. The DA not against the ANC. They fell to defect the ANC. Only MK can stand the ANC. Ngiyakuzwa nje yami. Ngixolele. Is there anyone running the comrade here tomorrow? I was supposed to run the comrade. Hayi ngiyasaba 90 kilograms angeke 90 kilometers I mean angeke. Black people are too forgiving people that did not ask for it, and that's why black people will always finish last because we are just too forgiving, too forgiving, you know. Yes, this nonsense of the land belongs to everybody who works on it. The land belongs to everybody who lives in it. Yahlanya. How many foreigners do we have here, or our colonizers who are living in our land? The land belongs to them too. I'm sure yahlanya. If the MK keeps on fighting, when will they consider hearing and solving pressing issues affecting the people of the country? Yazibuza lo ukuthi, is this a black person or what? Lo Lens 25. But anyway, the MK is fighting a good fight. Let's allow them to unfold. As long as they are in the court systems and they are doing their thing, let's give them time. They are not going to disturb anything that is happening in parliament. So parliament will still sit. It will sit without the 55, 56 seats of the MK. Let's allow the MK to fight. It is within their right to fight. I've got so many video evidences of avoid rigging on my phone, of VDs and all of that. So I'm not doubting that there is a court that will hear them, you know. So let's leave the MK to fight. They are fighting a good fight. It's for us, actually. It's for us. So let them fight. Let them fight. The people's problems cannot be solved with the MK relaxing. Our first problem is the system. So the MK is fighting the system. So allow the MK to fight the system. A very serious problem indeed. People are sleeping. Mozambique King, if you can hear what President Mbeki's brother on the interview with and said, you'd be shocked. You are the second, if not third person that's telling me about this. I wonder what that stupid said. I wonder what that stupid elder said. Oh, Nkosiyam. And I saw the interview, but I did not watch it. I saw it on YouTube, but I did not watch it because I'm not interested on what that man says. But are they blood related? Because he's also Mbeki. Are they blood? But they look the same also. It's probably blood related. So true, Zili, all over South Africa. Okay. So King, who should you who would you think would be the right party to lead and get South Africa back back on track? The EFF and the MK. The EFF. I'm saying the EFF with its mind, let it support Jacob Zuma for a presidency of 1 or 2 years, and then Julius Malema then takes over from there. I'm still interested to see what Jacob Zuma would do. Might be a mistake, but I'm still interested to see. I'm very interested to see what he will do. It might be a mistake, but I still feel I can give him a chance. I am as a Moroccan allowed to be here, technically still African. Morocco, Libya, Egypt, Liberia. There's another one that I'm missing. There's another North African country I'm missing. Morocco, Libya, Egypt. Who the hell am I missing? Can someone help me on the comment section? Are those Arab countries? I'm missing one. It's a famous one that I'm missing. Anyway, yeah, there's 5 of them. You guys don't get treated like black people. Even though you are Africans, technically, like you said, technically, it's good to put the technically in there. You are not treated like black people. So in this channel, when we say Africans, we mean black people. You don't get treated like us. If we go to an airport and a black person is standing and a person from Morocco is standing, and they say one of them stole something from the plane, a black person will be guilty without any shadow of a doubt. The Moroccan person will be still treated like a human being, depending on which airport it is anyway. So for me, you don't get treated like us as black people. Can't even manufacture. Let me see. I missed the comments now because I scrolled up. Now I don't know where I was. King K. I was somewhere here. Yes, I was somewhere here. Patrick says, King, it is time to stop worrying about the markets. South Africa is a prominent member of the BRICS. So South Africa starts focusing on its strength, our political ideology. Yes. Yeah, the BRICS are saving us a lot economically, and I don't like that. As a Pan-Africanist, I want Africans to have African solutions, but for now, we are still sleeping with the enemy. I see China as an enemy. I see Russia as an enemy, but it's enemies that are better than that other master who colonize us. Because China, Russia, Brazil, and they and India have never colonized any country in Africa, so that is their advantage. Why do we need 50 50 national parties? I don't know why we need that shit. How are Africans going to change unity and become creative on things? The only way the Africans, like I said, is going to do that is if Africa closes borders. Africa needs to close its borders for some time, not for a long time, for 3 months. I promise you, in 3 months, Africa will produce its own car, its own food, its own clothes, its own everything in less than a year. Africa will create it, you know. But because we are so dependent on China and manufacturing and everything, we are never gonna get it right. Continue to click the three buttons here and click the like button if you just came in. We need to change the constitution to only allow 14 parties. Yeah, maybe 14 is also a lot. Why the hell 14? Cut them down to 5, man. Cut them down to 5, cut them down to 3. I don't care. Give them a white party, a colored party, and a black party, or give them 2 white parties, 2 colored parties, 2 black parties. You know, just give them two each. Our country is going nowhere with so many political parties. Yes. So will the ANC do coalition with the EFF and MK? No. Only EFF or only EFF? No. No, I don't see it happening. The ANC wants to make the investors happy, and you by making the investors happy, you have to include the DA in the government of national unity. That's what is happening here. Blessed our ours don't know what they have. This is the problem. Our people don't know what they have. This is the problem. Those colonizers realize the wealth that is in our countries and not willing to leave or give it up. Time, black people control their own wealth. Without a leader, we can't do that. We need an African leader. We need a crazy African leader, like that former president of Uganda, the one that gave people who are not African I think 2 days to get to the airport. It was crazy in Uganda. What's his name again? The president of Uganda. I'm forgetting his name. Man, I love that man. Crazy man. I think people on the group don't care about farms and part of coalition. They want their lives changed and better finish and clear. Yeah, no, this is not. Okay, few days left. We need MK and ANC and the EFF to coalition. We need to slow their pride down, to swallow their pride, present all black people. No, the ANC is not gonna swallow their pride. The ANC is not gonna swallow their pride. King, what 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 I kept asking myself is what were those votes of the DA come from? Where does the votes of the they manufactured them? They moved them around. They gave the EFF votes to the DA. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. There was absolutely no indicator that the EFF was a party that was slowing down. And now they are lying to us to say only 16 million people voted. No. First, they said we broke the record with that 27 million people that are registered to vote. Then the next thing, only 16 million people came to vote. No, something is wrong. Something was wrong. Bantu moves to the modern days, South Africa. It's true, King. I'm in Northern Cape and I have learned about the Khoisan. Yes, me too. I stay in Northern Cape and I work with the Khoisan people in my department, so I know a little bit more about them. In fact, here in in Kimberley, we have a small area of the Nama people here. Mina, I'm seeing the media mainstream feeding us the DA and the ANC. That's what they are doing. Listen to ENC Newsroom Africa. That's all they are doing. Guys, work together, work together. ENCA is owned by Johan Rupert. SABC is a white monopoly capitalist. All of them, they are feeding us this thing to say they will work. So I'm so happy that the EFF decided, no, if you include the DA, we are out. King, you are really a Pan-Africanist. We learned a lot from you. I also think they should go to Europe. Mabahambe. Those are the people abamele bahambe. Yeah. Imagine a white person coming here saying, "Oh, sorry, I lost my job. I lost my land." What was your family doing in the time when your people were stealing our land, were killing our people? What was your family doing? What was your forefathers doing? Because our forefathers were being murdered, our forefathers were being hanged. What was your forefathers doing? Baya Paiza. They left you with nothing. That's your problem. Go back to the Dutch. Go back to the Dutch. Please confirm I can't be DA, so the country relationship cannot be affected. Angazuthini lo. Angazuthini lo. Hey King. What's up, Dube? What's up, Duper? Why are you forgetting that he was a comrade of the Guptas? Who? Who are you talking about? Who? Zuma? We're not forgetting that. We're not forgetting that. We encouraged that. We encouraged that because the wealth was moving out of white people's pockets. It was not coming directly to black people, but Jacob Zuma created the most black millionaires in that 9 wasted years that they are talking about. I want to be bad, black people. Black people. People were going from zero to hero in Zuma's time. Cyril tried to do it, but they tried to do it with a COVID relief fund of 500. What was it? 500 million or 500? Was it 500 billion or 500 million? And they ate the money wrongly. There was William Keys and all them. As an African man, you should invest in Pan-African language that we will communicate in. That is Kiswahili. If you guys go on my channel, you go on my playlist and you go on Kiswahili Monday, you will see that I was teaching Kiswahili, not teaching, learning Kiswahili with you guys. The African language to speak in Africa is Kiswahili. Where is this guy from? Which guy? Which guy? Which guy are you asking about, my brother? Or you colonizer? Which guy are you talking about? King Asizwe for Abantwana Bethu, ne? Is it? Yes, no, for sure. What did I miss, my fellow brothers and sisters? You missed a lot. You missed a lot. What's your take on Arise Mzansi? I want to make I want to make a video on Arise Mzansi actually. Nondumiso. I want to make a video on Arise Mzansi. And the reason I want to make a video, I want to remind our black people to say, look how far it got you to take money from our from the white people and fool our people. Let me do national. Arise Mzansi, according to, let me just get the numbers. I want to do a video about Arise Mzansi. Such a stupid black political party, that one. Not yet, we can't even call them black political party. Let's see, how many votes did Arise Mzansi get? Arise Mzansi got 132,000 votes with 2 seats in parliament. Imagine all that money only for 2 seats. So meaning that the president and the deputy president are going to go to parliament. I think black people who are farm laborers who live under the farmers' compounds are influenced by the employers to vote for the DA. I wish EFF and MK campaigners assessed the farms. They did. And remember, there is a case that is opened against one farmer who fired 300 workers for going and voting in the Western Cape, in the apartheid province. And also, like farmers don't allow people to go and vote. They just don't. On that day of voting, they let people work and they pay one supervisor to supervise over those people. King, my king, Tabang, Mpondo, I love your content. I always watching. I love all the left parties, and I want to see change, and I don't care whether the rent collapse or yes. Tabang, we need men like you, Tabang Mpondo. Those are the men that we need. That's say, listen, even if the rent collapse, so what? Even if whatever happens, even if people are saying South Africa will be like Zimbabwe, yes, let's be like Zimbabwe. So what? As long as we are not under white monopoly capitalist anymore. That is true Pan-Africanism. Because we can build from scratch. But our people, they put that fear of being like Zimbabwe. Like, if you think South Africa will be like Zimbabwe, you don't understand politics, and you don't understand international economics. You don't. Zimbabwe does not have the bricks to fall on. South Africa can survive sanctions against them because of Russia, China, and India, and Brazil. Remember, there's millions of people in Brazil. Remember, there's 1.4 billion people in China, 1.3 billion people in India. There's 1.5 to 1.7 billion people in Africa. Why do you think we need the US and the UK? For what? The economies are there. The technology is there. All we need to do is cut these people out. We're waiting. They can't sanction us. Listen, they sanctioned Russia. Russia is doing fine because Russia has got ties to many African countries. They have sanctioned Russia for that Ukrainian war. Russia is doing... No, you'll never hear anyone of Russia. Okay, we're back live again. Sorry. The internet just cut and came back. Thank you so much for that, Tabang. That's good thinking. Being associated with a certain party ends up blind folding you to seeing what the truth when they mess up and sell out. Yes. Pan-Africanism, I will repeat again. Pan-Africanism, we welcome all the progressive left parties. We say, come. But once you enter the Pan-Africanist room, we tell you to take off your political hat. Take it off. And also, the first thing we tell you before the political head is to take off your religious judgmental head. You Christians, take off your heads. Stop judging other people. You Muslims, take off your heads. We are not here for religion. We are not here for those things. We are here for progressing the lives of black people. And we have to look at our strong points and leave our differences alone. You say, my king, I was trying to say that Africa really on another continent became, because of our history we had with them. Why don't we start to build our Africa youth? We have brains, resources, and the minerals. Yes, and Africa is the most youthful continent in the world, with the average or people of 18 to 35 being, I think, something like 60% of the population. So we have a youthful president and continent. We need to show them we are not scared. We are not scared. Algeria, yes, Algeria was the other country I was missing when I was talking. Thank you so guys. In Tunisia, Algeria and Tunisia. Thank you so much. I'm getting only to those comments now. Because I'm reading slow. Thank you so much. The comments are coming in so hard, so fast and hard. Hi King, I don't trust the MK. Too many fighting there. They are fighting amongst themselves now, in and out of court. People like the Bale, what? Balebala ba lebala ka rona. Oh, that's ba lebala ka rona. Ba be busy ka dintwa. I don't know really. Pinky, no, don't worry about the MK. You people leave the MK alone. The MK is doing fine. There is no fightings amongst the MK. If you're talking about Jabulani Kumalo is not a factor in the MK. Leave him alone. Let the MK solve their things. Like the MK, let's put the MK on the side and support them there on the side. What they have chosen a different route from all the other political parties. They have chosen the route to fight, to challenge the results. Me and you, we know the results are not right, but we are happy to accept them. Why? Why are you happy to accept them? The MK are saying, no, we're not going to accept them. We're going to go to the electoral court. We're going to go to the high court. We're going to go to Supreme Court. We're going to challenge this up until we get satisfaction of the answers that we want. Because the MK will not go to court if they don't have conclusive evidence. Remember, court costs money. So what if the courts come and rule that the MK is right? What are you going to say? You understand? So leave the MK, let the MK do their thing. It's okay. I don't even want the MK to go to parliament. Let them continue to fight this fight that they are fighting. I'm happy with what the MK is doing. If they kick out, if they kick is out of FIFA, let them. We have the power to start our own. I mean, who cares about FIFA? FIFA is not going to give us economical freedom. Liberia is the west of Africa. Our people. Yeah, Liberia. I wanted to Libya, not Liberia. Not Libya. Liberia is our people. Yes, you are right. The former president. I think Liberia is the first country to have a woman, first African country to have a woman as a president, a elected woman as a president. My king, despite the previous elections results, which party do you think is capable to run a beautiful country? EFF. I'm saying it without a shadow of a doubt. It's never gonna be perfect. It's never gonna be perfect with the EFF. But I see them as the better party for me. It's not gonna be perfect. There's some things that I know that they will disappoint us in, but I think there's a lot of right that they're going to do, like the EFF. So you are right, my brother. Africa needs to be on its own. We don't have to welcome any other nation into our continent. We don't have to. Just so that we can fix our problems. Just so that we can. Boss, my blah. Thank you so much. Adi Amin, yes, Adi Amin is the is the president of Uganda. I was talking about. That guy just took power. After taking power, he said, "Listen, everyone who's not Ugandan, pack your bags and go to the airport." Adi Amin, it's just man, I love that. I love that so much. So fearless, so fearless. How's it, King? Good evening. Thank you so much for coming in, my brother. We are here. Treated the Rush treated in Russia. There are cars of black people. Case I think you want to say cases of black people missing. Yes, like I said, we can't in China also. We can't trust Russians. We can't trust Chinese. They don't see us as their equals. Listen to me. No other nation sees themselves equal to black people. No other nation. Yes, we can work with them, we can trade with them, but we must remember they don't see us as their equals. The problem with us black people, we want to be equal to other people. Let's stop wanting to be equal to other people. Let's just do our thing. Let's just treat ourselves as the supreme being. Let's just treat ourselves as the best that we can. Let's just love each other. Let's just protect each other. That means when a policeman kills a black person in UK or in the US, African president should close American companies for that death of that one black person, so that those deaths can stop there. Those are our African brothers and sisters, by the way. So I don't trust the Russians. I don't trust the Chinese. I don't trust the Indians. I don't trust anyone. I trust Africans. I'd rather die in the hands of Africans than die in the hands of my enemy. It's fine. Let my brother kill me. At least he will have sleepless nights for killing me. My enemy will kill me and sleep like a baby. You know what I'm saying? Do the Khoi, Nama, and the same people speak their native language, or they are speaking English and Afrikaans? Where I stay, Platfontein in Kimberley. Platfontein is about 3 kilometers, 4 kilometers from Kimberley. They can't speak English. They can't speak Afrikaans. They only know Nama. That's the only language they know. In fact, I must go and make a video there so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. I'll make a video for you guys. I'll make a video and show you guys what I'm talking about. They don't, the proper ones, they don't speak any other language. They only know their language. And the Khoi people know Afrikaans because they are in the what you call them Namakwa lands, in the Calvinia, Carnaval, Springbok, Port Noloth, Nama Beep, all those areas, they are there. So they speak Afrikaans more because there it is a little bit more developed than the other places. So they speak Afrikaans mostly because Northern Cape and Western Cape are Afrikaans dominated province. And that's why Senzo's case is prolonging because of the system. Yeah, I don't cover this nonsense of cheating boyfriends who get killed by their girlfriend, jealous girlfriends and everything. That's why you don't hear me speaking about Thabo Bester or any of that rubbish. That don't take us anywhere as black people. But yes, the system is what is killing our people there. But anyway, how can a young African fresh out of Europe universities get active? Join a movement, join a group, join a movement. And that movement better decolonize your mind from that European knowledge that you think is superior to African knowledge. That's the first thing we need to do. We need to decolonize your mind, not to think that you know better because of your education, but also restructure the education in such a way that it can help Africans. Like, what is it that you went to go and learn so much in Europe that when you come back to a village, you can't change people's lives? What is the use of that education, if you know what I'm saying? If I take you to a village with your degree of whatever you did, can you change people's lives? The answer is no. Even if you did a chemist degree, whatever degree you did, if I take you to a village, can you change people's lives? Maybe if you're a doctor, maybe you can help some patients, but where are you going to get the medication? You know, you need to formulate and rebuild African medication. That's what we need. Say something on the Malema's fall in the last elections. And I'm from Kenya, and that was only hope I had for South Africa. My Kenyan brother, habari yako. Malema's party did not fall. I believe that the votes were rigged. I don't believe that they were they're a true reflection of what happened in the ground. Number one. Number two, Malema's party is followed mostly by youth, and those youth are in varsities. Most of those varsities are in provinces where those youth did not grow up in. So most of them could not vote because they were in the wrong province, voting station. They could not, because our electoral system is just nonsense. So our people, um, the IEC did not give them the right to vote. So that's the problem. Only the DA. I have never heard a person with brain say apartheid province. Yes, Western Cape is an apartheid province, James, if you didn't know. And if you've never heard a person with a brain say that, maybe I don't have a brain. I can explain the number. Section 24 amendment. That's why voters tend was yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for explaining that. You just nailed it, King. BRICS can play some role in our economy after sanctions, for sure. Zimbabwe owns its own land while we are still begging for jobs. Guys, Zimbabwe is going to change and become a beautiful country in the future. I promise you. It's not always going to be like this. There's going to be some great young leaders that are going to rise up in Zimbabwe. And part of those young leaders are going to also be integrated with some leaders here in South Africa. You're going to see for the first time South Africans going in Zimbabwe campaigning with a small young-led party in Zimbabwe, a new formed young-led party. That is my prophecy for Zimbabwe. So I'm telling you, Zimbabwe's lives and country is going to change. Okay, guys, I've been talking now for some time now. I studied economics, and if I put it in a village, I would have learned a very useful use to congest with what? With Pan-Africanism. What movement would you recommend? Zimbabwe is Africa's own. I'm from the Western Cape, King. I will agree with you that it's an Afro. Yeah, no, I'm not asking. Yes, white people. You don't know what they are doing here, and coloreds also don't know what they are doing on the chat, thinking that we don't see what is happening, and in the in the for the brother from the UK who's asking, what must they do? They've studied economics. Let me write my email. So you can contact your boy King. There is projects that your boy King is busy with that we can need your expertise. So my email is down there on the comment section. Yes, guys, let me do some videos for you guys. Thank you so much. Colors are the West, King. I know. I stay in Kimberley, so I know. I know. Zimbabwe is known that know that to do with the land. Don't worry, Zimbabwe's land is going to work. Land is power. The the day when Zimbabwe grows, becomes strong, the people of Zimbabwe will be so happy because the only thing that will be strongly in demand is land. Just imagine a company comes and they say, actually, the land that you are sitting on in Zimbabwe, that you did nothing with for 30 years, is pregnant with minerals. Your family's life is going to change immediately. My king, in the past 12, in the what? In the past 12, I- I'm gonna sleep. Oh, it's past 12 now. Yeah, I'm also tired. Is it past 12? Yes, past 12 now. Okay, let's rest, people. I'm gonna sleep now, spread the word and grow. Thank you so much, guys. Let me also sleep. Can I get 2 or 3 or 4 good nights so that we can rest? If you have a skill but don't know how to contribute, hit me up. Hit my brother up. He's going to assist you. One of the brothers of what's the channel's name? Ubuntu Awakening. Please follow Ubuntu Awakening on on um, on on YouTube. Ubuntu Awakening. Can we get a good night so we can rest? I'm also tired. Take care, King. Take care. Small Juju talks too tomorrow. Juju's talking tomorrow. Good night. 2 more good nights and then we go. Good night. Thank you so much thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. So I'll close by saying, educate yourself. You people have that got free Wi-Fi and all of that. Today, Google Africa before colonization, and learn a language. Just learn how to say hello in Shona, which is Zimbabwe. We've got so many Zimbabwean people here in South Africa. Learn how to say hello in Igbo, in a Nigerian language. Learn how to say hello in the language of Africa, which is Kiswahili. Learn just to say hello. Just how to say hello. That's all. That's the homework I'm leaving you guys with. Again, language is very important to unite the people. Until we meet next time, guys, thank you so much for everyone that clicked the like button. Share this live. Do whatever you need to do to spread the word. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. Good morning and goodbye.